Hi and welcome to The Winning Factor. I'm Alan Aitken, and on this show each week we take a look at some upcoming races in Hong Kong, try to identify an ingredient of the race we might look back on later as having been a path to finding the winner. Sunday racing at Sha Tin this week, and the first race we're going to take a look at is race 5, our winning factor, the backup. Now, I think there'll be several horses who have fans here. Chairman Lowe, he can improve with his blinkers going back on. Lucky Quality is racing well. Casemiro, fitter for one run back from the summer break. And I wouldn't be surprised if we get better efforts from The Drive or Apex Top on Sunday either. But the horse that really takes my attention here is Lucky Quality, who has run very well both his starts this season. In fact, he's run well at most of his starts to date, but remains a maiden at this stage. Now we're going to take a look at his latest offering. This is race 68 this season. And you'll see him here, Chad Schofield aboard in those very famous Lucky Owner Derby winning colours, the purple, red and yellow. And this is a race that was really a sprint home from the top of the straight, as you can see on the heat map, fairly steady to that point, dashed home, and he certainly had every chance, but found a couple who were a bit sharper on the day, boxing on very strongly in third placing there. And now his trainer, Casper Founds, brings him back to the races only 10 days later. And that's the angle that I want to focus on. This is basically a free tip from your horse trainer to bring a horse back to the races quickly after performing. It tells you a few things. It tells you the horse is healthy, happy, and certainly he has a fitness edge from that. And it's an angle that punters all over the world, wherever they race, can follow without too much work and with pretty good results. And I'm going to show you a list now of our trainers here in Hong Kong, and this is with horses over the last 5 years returning to the races 10 days or less after their previous run. And like everything, some trainers do it better than others, and there you can see they're ranked here by their actual wins versus the market expectations, and Casper Founds at the top performs better than anyone. And note, there's no statistical fluke to his ranking either. He actually does this more often than any other trainer and still comes out as the best performer. So whenever we see a Casper Founds trained horse backing up quickly, I think we can go in pretty confident that we're going to see that horse maintain its form. And we also get a race on Sunday for Lucky Quality that is going to map ideally for him. Now he steps up to 1400 metres. We saw him last time over 1200. He had the speed to be box seated there. And I think that in a race here without a lot of pace, he could even be in front for Matthew Chadwick or sit behind whoever else wants to lead. But he's certainly going to be well poised in the run on the speed in a race where that looks a tactical advantage. Either way, I think it's his chance to break through for that first victory. So the tip in race 5, Lucky Quality. His winning factor, the backup. Casper Founds is a master at this. I think that Lucky Quality will go to the races with a good fitness edge. Founds is striking while the iron's hot, and that should have successful results. The other race I want to take a look at on Sunday is race 6, and our winning factor here, the draw. Well, this is a lower grade middle distance race in class 4, and most of these horses bump into each other fairly frequently, a race of the usual suspects. And I think there are winning chances to be given for Family Leader, a last start winner. Natural Storm, fitter for one run back this season, as is Super Fast. Full Power has a chance with the apprentice Jerry Chow jumping aboard and taking 10 pounds off. And the longest term maiden in the race, Exaltation, for Zach Purton and Tony Cruz, has a terrific chance. And Exaltation caught the eye first up this season over 1650 metres at Happy Valley when he finished 4th, and that's the race I'm going to show you now. It's race 29, and look at the heat map here. Very strong pace in the early stages and middle stages of this race, certainly suited the horses that got back. And Exaltation, well, he got well back from barrier 9. He wasn't fast into stride, more on that shortly, and gets back to the rear in the red, white and blue stripes. but you'll see that the run-on horses are suited, and Exaltation is able to get past most of the field running into fourth in a race that looked pretty solid form on the night, and a couple of runners from it confirmed on Wednesday night that it's a race that we can trust to hold up. Now, crucially, this race on Sunday does not look to be run quite the same way, so let's take a look at the map. And there isn't a great deal of pace in this. Perhaps we'll see Crown Avenue, Family Leader, or even Full Power taking advantage of the Apprentice Claim, going to the front, taking up the running and dictating the speed. And I think if we saw Exaltation back in the same position in this race as he was first up at Happy Valley, then his prospects of winning would be pretty poor, I think. But I think that's where the gate and Zac Purton come in. If we take a look back at the last time Exaltation drew an inside gate, Antoine Hamlin was the jockey in May, and you'll see here he has to work quite hard on this horse Exaltation in the early stages to get him to use that gate and maintain a position near the lead, just behind him on the rail. Now, later in the race, he took advantage of that position, ultimately running fourth to Bullish Glory, and had his chance there. But I think what we want to take note of there, we're going to see Zac Purton working pretty hard on him again in the early stages of Sunday's race, looking to find a similar position on the map. Now, he had every chance there, Exaltation, but he does get a weight turnaround from that race 3 starts ago on some of the rivals here, and he goes back to an inside draw that he hasn't had for the last couple of times. So they're the factors in his favour. He had every chance there, Exaltation, but he wasn't beaten too far, gets a weight turnaround on some of the rivals in that race, and he also gets his inside draw again. So the tip in race 6, Exaltation, his winning factor, the draw. These lower grade staying races are like real estate investing. It's all about location, 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 and I think Zac Purton can put him in the right position from gate 1 and make the difference. Well, that's it from the winning factor this week. Good luck on Sunday. We'll see you next time.